Ladies and gentlemen, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Trick or treat, it's the NBA. We're glad to get spooky with you tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer on our sideline, David Aldridge, and our very special guest, Hall of Famer to be, one of the greats ever to step on the pro hardwood, the one, the only, Kevin Garnett. KG, it's great to have you with us.
K-Hall, it's always great to see you, man.
The road trip ends for the Jazz here as they leave for Utah right after the game. It's been a bit of a slow start for the season for them so far, but it's still very early and a lot of games to be played.
You know, the start of the season, everybody thinks they're going to be playing for a championship, or at least that's what they say, but that optimism can really come into cold reality when you start as slowly as they have.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Utah, Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Mitchell and Ingles are out in the wing, and it's Rubio in at the one spot. And that nickname, the Big Ticket, it stuck, and it certainly fit. KG, you were the Big Ticket.
Lord knows I owe you for that one, man.
You were the Big Ticket.
Where'd you get that from, man?
You know, I don't even know.
Okay, man, listen.
Of all the nicknames you have, and you've got some,
yes.
But do you like that as well as any
listen, it has morphed now. I am the ticket. So
the ticket, yeah, right.
My friends come to me and they ask me, Teron Lou, he hasn't called me Kevin since you've been calling me the Big Ticket. Everybody calls me Ticket.
How about that?
All the young guys, I don't even think they know my name. There's no Ticket. Ticket. Hey, Tick. Right, so that's what it is.
You are the Big Ticket still. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover had it, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. They grabbed their own miss. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Mitchell against Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Rubio. Good on the triple.
Tell you what, Kevin, I mean, the best way to spread out this defense is for Rubio to hit a few more of these.
Rubio against Rose. And Gibson wide open. He shoots. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Gibson's got his first 3 points of the game. Kevin, you think about having that killer instinct, that killer mentality. You go against a Kobe Bryant, he would tear your heart out, as you would his.
And you have to understand that we all recognize that about each other. Tim Duncan would be the same. Rasheed Wallace would be the same. I would think of Allen Iverson, the same. Vince Carter would be the same. These are guys who, Tracy McGrady, Charles Williams, these are all guys who kill a meal. These are all guys who don't care. And that's how it should be. And that's
you can't be great unless you are, can you?
I think you have to possess that killer instinct.
Jordan?
And listen, Michael Jordan was one of the darkest, seriously. Jordan could go into a place where he could go repetitive and he could go on talking to you. And the more he talked, I thought the better he got. And I thought the madder he got, the better he got. And the more upset and the more you didn't trap him, the more he was ticked off that you wasn't. Bro, there's a whole matrix to it. Like, seriously, this game is levels to it. And the ones that understand that have been in that understand what I'm talking about.
There's not a great player that hasn't been there.
No, because they understand that moment. When you got there, when you're in that moment, you're just riding the wave. You're just going to ride it. Great ones know what I'm talking about.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And Kevin, when you look at Towns, is he as close to you in terms of what you were as any player you've seen maybe since you've been in the league? And young guy who plays the same position.
Cat is his own thing. You know, he has a. I like to think that he has a little bit of me in him. He has a little bit of Chris Bosh in him. He has a little bit of Webb in him. I like to think that he has some Tim Duncan in him because he used the glass, he used his left. You know, he'll slip under. He'll go under you. He's crafty. He shoots the three like Rasheed, like he can put the ball on the floor like a guard. Like when you look at his makeup, man, you know, he's trying to morph. You know, just think about what he's doing. He's at the 5. Really, I call him a 4, but he's at the 5 doing this. You know, him and Embiid, you know, him and Porzingis, all these guys are morphing the center and power forward position.
It's amazing to watch.
Listen,
It's
man,
evolving right before our eyes.
It is, man, and it's greatness, and I'm glad I got a front row seat. And I'm glad I got a super intimate relationship with my dude to be able to see the DNA, to carry this on, man. This is great, man. He catch the future, bro. He's the future. Nothing better than that.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Minnesota. T comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Utah also making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Favors. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Burks in for Donovan Mitchell. And Kevin, looking back at all the discussion and interviews over the years, you make a lot of analogies to food. Are you a foodie at heart?
Oh, my God. Kemp, I am not a foodie.
Really?
Kemp, I eat to live.
Well, you know about it.
You know, I eat to live, but I don't want to fool you. I eat to live. Listen, sometimes I forget to eat. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Well, as hard as you work, there's probably a lot on your
Listen,
mind.
man.
I can get that.
Listen, I like to, a big plate of food scares me. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep going on that analogy. You know, a bunch of food that I don't want to keep going on that. Just know that I'm not a foodie. But when I explain things, I like to articulate things in which where people can understand it. So I use food right away.
Good way to connect the dots.
A little bit. You know,
Yeah.
parallels in life and food are very similar, man.
Good. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Rubio penetrating. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And, you know, with all due respect, hey, that's a mistake by the defense. You want to close off the lane and force Rubio to shoot from outside.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
So here's Burks, following the score by Derrick Rose. And it's Rubio, that time on the assist by Burks. 7 points for Ricky Rubio.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here is Cephalosha. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. Here's Rubio. Back to Crowder. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And here's Chang. Here's Rose. Broke loose. Stolen by Rubio. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, excellent execution that time, partner. Don't want to give the opponent any time to get them back.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be right back after this. Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Udo out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, as you know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him, anyway.
Thank you, T.A. He is indeed a fiery competitor.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Towns, no luck. Jazz trail by 3. Kevin, we know the big markets offer more opportunities than just basketball. Does that make it impossible for small market teams, you think, to compete?
I think that as long as you have dollars in the market, yes, you can be competitive. I think that your GMs have to actually put forth some work and put forth teams. You have to find what groups of guys work together and then go out and try to foresee that. I think in a game where you're dealing with cash and you're dealing with being able to have ability to sign and trade players in this league, I think that you can make a competitive roster. There's no mishaps on
There's
what
enough
you can
money
do.
around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And player movement is more than ever now. You know, players are not doing 5 to 6 year deals anymore. Players are doing 2 years.
Yes.
So yeah, you can definitely make a competitive roster.
Outside Crowder. Cephalosha against Butler. 4 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Burks. And again, it's Utah.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick out is the only choice.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the deep.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And Kevin, you hear rumors. There's been some talk about adding a 4th official to NBA games, but I'd say the replay system kind of is the 4th ref.
It is, and I do not like that, you know, because there's a countless bunch of players at home right now that played through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, and the 90s. Oh my God, they'll sitting over and flipping over like, oh my God, a rehab replay. I have me a ring right now. So, you know, I have a whole nother, discussion with it. I'm almost super old school with it. Although I do enjoy the replay, and it gives me a chance as a fan to root for my team, and when my team is on the other end of the replay and they get it right, I root and I go, woo.
Yeah. And when it goes against
I'm like,
you,
they shouldn't even have a replay. What the hell, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a super double hypocrite. Yeah. But shout out to Adam Silver. I think he's doing a great job with our league. The league is fun. It's fun to watch.
He is, isn't he? We've had 2 great commissioners back to back.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
The feed to Rose, stolen by Mitchell. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And when Rose gets going and gets this kind of confidence offensively, you're in trouble. He can just flat out take over again.
Now, here's Ingles. Back to Faber. Here's Mitchell. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, but the defenders break all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Rose. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 5 assists in the game.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
Now here's Favors. 11 points for him in that last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Mitchell kicks to Ingles. The pass to O'Neal. Stolen by Rose. Now here's Rose. The fast break opportunity. Moving it up. And finished off by James.
Yeah, there, Kevin. Finishing like he did it on purpose. James can get nasty at the point of attack.
KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by. And please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need to go, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And Clark, it's amazing. KG was the alpha dog as a player, and he just continues to carry that with him. That's who he is.
And, I think that's who he will always be, too, Kevin. Seemed like he had the attributes of being a leader and grew into that even more as he was mentored by guys like Sam Mitchell and others. So he's the kind of guy with his personality, his charisma, his work ethic that others find it easy to look up to.
And And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgie Dang, and Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for T. The free throw drops for Rose.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? We'd love to see him return to that form.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 7 on the budget from Favors. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Ingles against Rose. There's 18 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Off target from the wing. Now, here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. And now, just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this season. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Rubio, and Butler sends it back.
No denying it. Butler, a superb defender. Really does a nice job using his length to turn shots away.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Minnesota. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the court. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Please, a hand at home. Clapping for yourselves. Oh. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
They try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the detail of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive teams, you're not going to be able to take away everything, so you try to prioritize what you're going to take away. And then just a collective commitment to communication, and to helping each other, because you can't do it at a high level by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and locked into what you're trying to get done defensively.
They've got Gorgie Dang, Anthony Tolliver out there with Rose, and it's Nunley in at the 3 slot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Minnesota leading by 6. Tolliver the pass to Rose. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Favors. He's got 8. The Jazz working the ball around now.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
To the inside, Rose. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
That's a big donut, folks, here in the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Odom.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Ingles. Minnesota calls timeout. And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
The inside-outside game of Towns very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
Burks kicks to Cephalosha. Now Burks. 5 to shoot. And Favors has it in the corner. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. In our early season power rankings, of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. You look at the Hawks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they have to like the progression that we've seen. Bit by bit, everything coming together. Consistency going forward will be key. Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Now, here's Rubio. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. And Rubio kicks to Burks. Minnesota with the rebound. Teague left side. Feeds to Towns. It's stolen by Gobert. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. And that one, good. Burks has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They're getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power. Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
The drive by Rubio. And Jones over to help. And Gobert kicks to Favors. Cephalosha the bounce pass. Favors passes to Cephalosha. Just 5 to shoot. Burks dishes to Favors. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Favors has got 10 points in the game.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And that one's good. Towns.
Beast mode in the painted area. Karl Anthony Towns. Hard to match up with him. His size and skill set, top level.
Now, here's Rubio. 7 points in the game. Cephalosha has the open look. No good on the 3.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and I'll tell you what, they got very lucky.
And now Utah, fast break. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Derrick Rose is checked in for Minnesota. Utah also making some changes. Jay Crowder's checked in for Favors. And O'Neal subbed in for Ricky Rubio. .112 left in the third. Crowder against Gibson. Shot clock at 5. Cephalosha's shot is good.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Rose surveying the D. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Minnesota.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From the baseline. Crowder pulls it in. Jazz trail by 3. Mitchell outside. And Gobert kicks to Burks. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from the high post, and it falls over the rim and in. Now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead. And here's Rose outside. My goodness, it's right.
Just no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that. And just when it looked like the third quarter was over, that happens. They pin 3 more onto the lead at the last possible second.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Timberwolves lead by 4. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Utah, Jay Crowder out there with UW. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Mitchell. In at the point. Passes it to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. Over Butler. And it's Mitchell missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here's Rose outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Rose has got 10 points here in the second half. Jazz trail by 7. Mitchell with it. Butler covering. Rose against O'Neal. Over Rose. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Rose against Mitchell. 14 feet away. And again, it's Minnesota.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Utah calls timeout. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this one.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat.
For the Jazz, Gobert comes in for Utah. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for O'Neal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. We're going to make a move. It's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Changes up. Gobert with the block. Mitchell against Butler. Mitchell passes to Rubio. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. It was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
Minnesota leading by 4. Outside Rose. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is. The one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he could be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
Here's Rose. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, how about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Derek Favors checked in for Utah. And that one misses. And Tom Thibodeau is a demanding coach, Clark. We know that. His teams have responded, though, but sometimes teams can wear down from that style. Does that concern you in Minnesota?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he's got a proven track record for having teams be successful. And with ownership behind him, I think the players will follow his lead. Remember, he's got the dual role as coach and president of operations. Not sure if that is always the best way to go about it, but in this case, with the alignment with ownership, I think it'll work.
Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Favors, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Tabo Sapolosha has checked in for the Jazz. Here is Rose. Puts up a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient. And he is playing to his strengths.
Butler against Mitchell. And Butler sends it back to the inside. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Butler. Rose has got 47 points.
And how about the airtime improvisation from Derrick Rose? Able to hang and finish with a defender looming.
Mitchell against Butler. Shoots from 12. And with that shot, the Minnesota leaders got to just 7 on the basket for Mitchell.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
From deep, Rose. Good. That's another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Mitchell against Butler. Now, here's Mitchell. Tight defense on him. Some solid defense from Butler. Timberwolves leading by 10. Rose kicks to Towns. The shot missing. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid hits for them.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're ahead by 8. 109 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Minnesota making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Left here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Towns.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooting.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And you always hope to take charge of the season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0. 3 games left still to play this year against the Jazz.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Derrick Rose.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Towns kicks the tee. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 9. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
Well, Greg, this one's clearly over. This is done. But hopefully they can find some momentum to carry into the next game.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Crowder from outside. Cans it from downtown. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, you think about Wiggins, drafted number 1 overall a few years ago. So many high expectations, and to be fair and honest, he's met most of them.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Utah calls timeout. They trail by 8. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
From deep Ingles. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Teague with the ball. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jimmy, you have been outspoken about the need for maximum effort. Was it part of your plan to grab wins like the one we saw tonight?
It wasn't a part of my plan, but whatever works, works. I think we got a bunch of talented guys, but at times we forget how hard we got to play. On the road, at home, this is how we got to play basketball.
Jimmy, thanks for the time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.